Happy New Year, Brew Crew. 2022 was an exciting year for Beer City board games. We played a lot of great new games, met some wonderful people, and it's been really exciting to watch this channel grow throughout the year. Speaking of growth, I hope you won't mind the green screen. We're in the process of moving some things around here, and until we find a more permanent recording space, um, I might be using a green screen just to keep things looking nice. So I'd like to start off a little bit by talking a little bit about some of our favorite gaming experiences that we've had throughout the year. First off, this year marked our first trip to the Origins Game Fair. I've been to Gen Con multiple times, been to our local convention, Grand Con, multiple times. But Origins was a convention that was always interesting to me. I've heard a lot of good things and really wanted to go check it out. So this year we had the opportunity to do that. Um, and we had a blast. Met some of the nicest gamers there. And the city around the convention is really beautiful. We loved walking over to the North Market and getting some Jenny's or some hot chicken takeover. Stopping by Mikey's late night slice after knocking back a few at Barley's or Char Bar. I'm really hoping we can make Origins a more regular convention trip because we had a lot of fun. As long as we're talking about conventions, we did make it back to Gen Con this year. But what made this year special was the fact that we got to introduce a few new folks to Gen Con. Our friend Carl, who you've probably seen on some of our live play videos, was able to talk his wife into joining us for the trip. And also, my buddy Selfish Lock over on Twitch, he and his wife joined us as well. Um, it was fun showing everybody around, kind of giving them some tips and tricks, places to go, what to do, and kind of guiding them through their first Gen Con experience. Um, because that first Gen Con can be a little bit overwhelming, but it was really cool to see their reaction to the whole spectacle of the thing. And the last convention experience that I wanted to mention was the return of Grand Con. Grand Con is my hometown convention. It happens in September in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Um, the show was canceled in 2020 and 2021 for obvious reasons. But it was great to see him come back, and it was great to be back at what was my first convention experience. Um, we saw just so many people there enjoying themselves. GrandCon has, in my opinion, one of the best gaming libraries of any convention that I've been to. Um, and in addition to that, this year they were in a new venue. They were still in the DeVos Place Convention Center, but they were in the Steelcase Ballroom this time, which had lots of room for tables and had a really nice, cozy, relaxing atmosphere. It was perfect for gaming. Um, and then the final gaming experience that I wanted to mention was kind of a more personal one to me. Um, I turned 40 in 2022, and to celebrate, we had an entire gaming weekend at our house. All 3 days, some of our closest friends came to play games from sun up to sundown. I can't think of a better way for me to have celebrated my 40th birthday. It really meant a lot to me that these people were willing to come out and hang out with us for spend that much time with us. It was really nice doing something that I love with people that I love. Um, it's something that I'm always going to remember. Um, okay, let's talk about games. So we played quite a few games in 2022. Um, we played a lot of games that were new to us as well. Um, I've been asked about doing a top 10 of 2022, but honestly, I don't think that I've played enough games from 2022, uh, that it would be a particularly useful list. Um, So instead, I'm just going to give you some highlights. For games that are new in 2022, some of my favorites this year were Endless Winter, Paleo Americans, Wonderland's War, Mosaic, Creature Comforts, Ready, Set, Bet, Marvel Dice Throne, and Wayfarers of the South Tigris. As far as some of my favorite games that were new to us this year, so not necessarily new games, but just new to us, some of my favorites were the Battle of Five Armies, Radlands was great, Raw, it's a classic that I hadn't played yet. Power Grid, same thing, kind of a classic game that I hadn't had the chance to play yet. Finally got a chance to play it in 2022 and loved it. Food Chain Magnate, and Star Wars Rebellion, which was a lot of fun to kind of just make a day out of that game as well. If you are interested in seeing my pick for the best game of 2022, though, head on over to Don't Be Bored. Check out that YouTube channel and check out their Best of the Year video. I'll leave a link in the channel description down below. And finally, I would like to talk just a little bit about some goals that I set for 2023. I'm not really one for New Year's resolutions typically, but I thought this year I'd try to complete a couple of gaming challenges. I've never tried that before, so wanted to at least try out finishing a couple. It sounds kind of fun to set some goals and try to achieve those. So the first challenge I'm going to attempt is the alphabet challenge using the hardcore rules set. So for anyone unfamiliar, this means attempting to play one game from each letter in the alphabet. And in hardcore mode, it's one game for each letter in the alphabet in alphabetical order and without crossing over with any other challenges. I think this one will be just challenging enough for me and our gaming habits. The next challenge that I want to try to do is more of a personal one. I've played quite a few games in the Board Game Geek Top 100, but there are still a few that I haven't played yet. My goal is by the end of the year to be able to say that I've played all of the games in the Top 100. Of course, this might change over the course of the year, which is partly what makes it difficult. On top of that, there are a few games in the Top 100 that'll probably be hard to find to play, such as Kingdom Death Monster. For these, I might rely on meeting up with some folks at conventions to try out some of the games that might be harder to find. So if you or anyone you know is interested, reach out to me. Maybe we can play a game at a convention sometime in 2023 and you can help me check some of these games off my list. I'm planning on keeping an updated account of my progress on our channel website, which I will also link in the description below. That will be my way of holding myself accountable and give you all a chance to watch my progress. In the comments, let me know, have you set any gaming goals for 2023? I'd love to hear what they are. Also, let me know what your favorite game of 2022 was, whether that's a game that was new in 2022 or a game that was just new to you. All right, folks, that's it for this 2022 recap video. Be sure to check out our other videos on this channel. We have reviews, lists, live plays, and if anyone is interested in feedback, or we're always interested in feedback or suggestions. But until the next video, let's get another round for the table. Hey everybody, don't forget to like and comment on this video. If you found value in this video at all, it would mean a lot to us if you consider subscribing to the channel as well. Don't forget to click the notification button so you'll know when we put out a new video. Cheers!